They say chase women and you will run out of money, chase money and you will never run out of women. And in most cases, this is true. This is the general norm. There's always that not all police that likes to come in and argue with you. I made this cup as a reminder to keep myself in the game because chasing money is better than chasing women. That's the bottom line. Learn the money game. This next story is an example of why giving people money without knowledge does not work. This is why Biden's mortgage initiative will not work because you're not teaching them anything. So let's get to the story, guys. So the story is 13 NFL players who lost money. So I'm not going to go through their names. Let's just get to the meat of the story. For many football stars, money goes just as quickly as it comes, according to Sports Illustrated. Nearly 4 out of 5 former NFL players either go bankrupt or suffer severe financial distress within 2 years of retirement. Some fall prey to shady financial dealers or investment scams, and others are generous to a fault. Many lose it the old-fashioned way by spending it as soon as they get their hands on it. This is why I say that giving people things don't work if you're not giving them the knowledge to manage things. Just getting people into mortgages is not going to work if they do not understand basic financial literacy. And many of these players, they don't have that. Many of them come from poor backgrounds where people don't know how to manage money. And the NFL, I don't know if they changed, but apparently they don't teach them anything. I mean, if this is a team, I would think you would want to help them so that when they retire, they can live a good life. But I digress. This is why I stress getting young guys into the money game while they're young. When they're 14, get their working papers and they're working their jobs. When I was 14, I was to work at the supermarket and I put my money into the credit union. And yes, it's good to save money, but it doesn't grow wealth. I was taught to save money. Saving money does not build wealth. So this story right here is probably one of the best fables for building wealth. And in this story, the guy who played the long game won. And the guy who played the I'm living for right now, YOLO life, lost. So this is the ant and the grasshopper. And this is about, obviously, the ant and the grasshopper. But the ant was working hard. I mean, and sometimes it's ants, depends on which version you want to look at it. You see. And the ant, I want to say the ant was working hard, saving for the winter. And the grasshopper wanted to play right now. Have a good time. No care in the world. So when winter came, the ant was straight. He had the Warner Brothers. I think it was a cartoon with Bugs. One of the cartoons with it went along with Bugs Bunny, and they told this fable. So the ant was in the house watching TV, chilling, and the grasshopper was outside cold and suffering. So that's basically the norm. If you don't prepare for the future, you're gonna be broke. That's why I say get your kids into the money game while they're young, because time is on their side. Or if you're a young guy, 14, 15, start now. Have your parents start you a custodial account and start investing now. Then when you're in your 30s, if you want to start a business or something because you have the money to do it, which I highly advise, because a business is the fastest way to build wealth. That's just the bottom line. So I want to get to two guys, and I will use these guys as an example because neither one of these guys made a lot of money, but they were able to save up money. So this first guy is Earl Crawley. Saved a $500,000 while only making $12 an hour. He didn't make jack shit. This $12 an hour is nothing. And he had a family. But he put away $25 per week. Mr. Wonderful says put $100 a week in investments, and you will retire a millionaire. So if you could do $100 a week, that's great. Or better. I mean, if you can do a car payment per month, this is why I tell young guys, don't buy a car, man. Put that money that you're going to waste on a car, invest it. I have some of my cousins, my younger cousins, they have their account going on, and they're putting $25 a week in, and their parents are matching it. What I was trying to tell them, once you get to 18 and you get your job, I'm a skills man, a tradesman. I think to me that's the better path rather than going to college and ending up in debt, having to pay it back. Unless you're going to be a doctor or something like that. For the majority of the stuff, I wouldn't waste my time. Truck driver, HVAC, IT. So this next guy, Paul Navone, is another guy. All he did was invest money. His lifestyle was a little bit extreme because he never went out. I mean, if you don't like to go out, then his model will work for you. The only advice he had was he liked to buy used CDs, which is cheap. And he never bought new clothes. He shopped at the thrift shop. And he just invested his money. He didn't go hanging out. This is why I say, chase women, you go broke. Because the time that you're spending chasing chicks, that same money could be going to work for you. He was able to donate $1 million to each of a pair of local schools last month. I don't know if he's still alive. This is an old story. These are examples of men who accumulated some form of wealth and they did not have a lot of money. So just think, if you had a skill and you got paid a lot more than they have, you could build a lot of wealth. That's why I say start when you're 14, or start your kids when they're 14, when they start working, and get them into the money game then. Because I think spending 50 years working for someone else, making them rich, is a bullshit life. Then retire, live off Social Security. That's bullshit. And they're raiding Social Security anyway. My thing is, get in the money, learn the money game. And there are rich guys on YouTube that you could follow, like Richard Fain or Minority Mindset, which is one of the guys. This is also a YouTuber. They have good information. Robert Kiyosaki, there's a book he made, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's a good book to read. Another one I read was The Millionaire Next Door. There's another story of people, they didn't make a lot of money, but they invested a lot of money. So those are good books that get some inspiration. So do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.